Barry. Seinfuck.
Diss track battle. Like the rap disses are back. It's fake. There might be AI involved, but he.
Wait, what do you mean there might be AI involved?
There is AI involved. Drake
Drake is releasing, not Drake. Kendrick is releasing diss tracks that are like 10 minutes long within the span of days. Days, I say.
So it's like barely produced.
Oh no, it's produced. It like sounds pretty
It's great.
good.
It's a Kendrick song. It sounds wonderful. Kendrick is a fantastic rapper.
Do you even know who Kendrick Lamar is, Robert?
Yes,
What's his best song?
Shoot, goddamn, what is that one song? It's not Humble because that was kind of mid.
Hold up, bitch. Hold up, middle bitch. All right, sure.
Was it Blackberry? Is that what it's called? Fuck. Sorry.
Blacker the Berry?
The Blacker the Berry, yeah. That's a good one.
That's not even the best song on To Pimp a Butterfly.
I like King Kunta.
King Kunta is way better on that album.
And then
We've got the funk.
Money Trees is a great track. I'm not talking
DNA
about
great.
Okay. But what is this disc? Go on.
So I believe in a track that was released with Metro Boomin, a Metro Boomin track that Kendrick featured on, he threw a little stray at Drake that Drake took exception to, and Drake released a full-blown diss track in the form of Push-Ups. Is that the right order, Malcolm?
I think it's Push-Ups, and then it was Euphoria, which I want to say right now.
Push-Ups, then Tailor Made when Kendrick didn't respond fast enough. Did you hear the Tailor Made freestyle is Drake using an AI robot of Tupac to
that's what it was.
Sarcastically beg Kendrick to insult Drake and call him a bitch for the ghost of Tupac, and then he used an AI of Snoop, like Snoop is dead too.
But Snoop's alive. He's Snoop. Just expensive.
Snoop is currently like forgot that he's streaming on Twitch.
Yeah, that's right. He's just like, get in the chat, donate.
That would be very funny though if he called Snoop and Snoop was just like, I ain't doing that.
That sounds really
Listen, that's definitely what happened. Like, here's my prediction. Here's the thing. Drake is our like millennial version of P. Diddy, and I'm expecting in about 20 years we're gonna like have a raid on like Drake's mansion. Like that's what's gonna happen.
I could see that.
I don't know if you listen to Pusha T, it's more it's closer than you think if you listen to Pusha T.
You could just like check his messages to Millie Bobby Brown, and there's probably some heinous shit in there.
Some really bad stuff in there.
Sure, you're like you can't. Yeah, you don't want a 15-year-old being like, I have good conversations with my friend Drake, and you're like, oh.
Drake's what like, aren't you 34?
I have great physical conversations with my friend Drake.
Yeah. But I want to say that, like, but Kendrick Lamar did that like 8-minute like Euphoria track. Here's the thing: I didn't realize that Drake was a producer on the HBO show Euphoria until that track came out.
You know, that kind of makes sense. He did do Degrassi High.
Yeah, and he wants to watch. You know, he's making the sexy high school show that he clearly wants to.
You know how people who are traumatized, they pass their trauma on to other people. So of course it's Drake's turn.
With Drake, with like Euphoria and some other stuff, we're absolutely gonna have another, like in 20 years, we're gonna have another documentary, All Quiet on the Set, but it's all about Drake.
I would love that. I am here to watch Drake's downfall. I think that he's an annoying industry plant from the worst city in the world.
He's also like 10-ply. He's like the softest.
Yeah, he's softer than goose shit. He wants to walk around and act like he's some sort of fucking big bad drug dealer.
I like softer than goose shit.
He's not good. His Push-Ups track is really entertaining. If you could say that about it. His ghostwriters really went hard on that one.
Yeah. His ghostwriter is called ChatGPT.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
Well, welcome back to Three White Men Talk About Rap.
What? We can talk about rap? What are you talking about?
I'm going to level with you guys. I have not felt welcome in the conversation.
Yeah, Eminem really paved the way for us.
We have Eminem, Mac Miller,
Macklemore.
Oh, hell yeah. Macklemore fucking realized he was white and disappeared. My favorite rapper.
Oh, wait, I'm white. I'm not Bruno Mars. I have to go away now.
That reminds me of my favorite, like one of my favorite tweets of all time is a Macklemore tweet from 2012.
Just in the meantime, I'll say that him going up there, accepting the Grammys and saying Kendrick should have won and then never writing another fucking song again is the funniest shit.
That's, you know what?
Power to him, right?
Hell yeah, brother. Yeah. That's a white ally right there.
So Macklemore on April 21st, 2012, wrote this banger of a tweet. He goes, "The only 420 I really remember was the Columbine massacre, and that really ruined everyone's high. Bad day."
Oh my god,
dude, Macklemore's so real. Can we just bring Macklemore back and Machine Gun Kelly him into a different genre or something?
Yeah, that would be kind of funny. Let's do like Dream Pop. He can do Dream Pop.
Awesome.
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, what is like another one like a B-52s kind of style?
Just like beach rock.
Yeah,
I want him in like beach rock or yacht rock.
I want him to tour with Waves.
Imagine if Macklemore came back and did ska.
Oh,
bravo, Robert. We just need to get Macklemore a horn section. We've already done it.
I love that idea. I love him. Yeah. What's a big ska band? Oh, the Spin Doctors. It's like him, like
hell yeah, dude! My favorite ska band, the Spin 100%. Doctors.
I don't know any ska bands. I was like, is it?
Real Big Fish because they were in the hit movie
Mustard
Basketball.
Plug.
Oh yeah,
the Specials, the Scatolites, Two-Tone Lizard Kings, Streetlight Manifesto,
Less Than Jake,
is Scatman Crothers,
Jeffrey's Fan Club,
Jeffrey's Fan Club,
Jeffrey Epstein's Fan Club.
She knew just what it was I wanted.
My skull glass of milk. I don't know.
All the other rich people are hebophiles, not me.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's
like 2 people in the world are going to get them, and they're in this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did it.
We're all about references, insular references towards
the
hebophiles. Someone brought up that a libertarian community could never succeed in the real world. And then someone in the replies were just like, Epstein had his own private island that was working pretty good.
It was fueled by tax evasion and pedophilia.
Sasha, do not cut this out. This is not the same libertarian bullshit.
It is
no, this is different.
This is a different libertarian.
Listeners, I just want you to know, we've had that same conversation probably 10 times in the life cycle of the podcast, and Sasha's cut it out all but like twice.
You might have let it slip an additional time. Yeah.
We've been robbed.
Yeah.
Where this time it's in.
We should just start leaving it in every time. It's just like, have you heard of this book, by the way? Do you guys know about that subreddit, the Alzheimer's group subreddit?
No, what is the Alzheimer's?
They post
tell me more.
The same Garfield comic every day and pretend they've never seen it before.
No.
And people occasionally go there asking for advice, and they'll be like, "This is a subreddit where we post the same Garfield comic every day and pretend it's new," and they're just like, "Oh,
y'all have fun."
I would have changed the name to it, just be called Funzimers, like just Funzimers.
So is it called Alzheimer's or Alzheimer's?
I don't remember, dude.
Ooh.
Okay.
Alzheimer's teeters on the edge of oblivion.
Oh. Well, big bless up to you who are afflicted by this terrible, debilitating disease.
Big bless.
If also listen to, what is it called? Everything at the End of Always? Shit.
I thought you were going to tell him to go see Everything Everywhere All at Once or something like that.
No, that would be very funny.
Hey, listen, if you're afflicted with Alzheimer's, big ups to you. We hope you succeed in your battle with it.
Big ups me time.
But if you want to, you can keep
At the End of Time by The Caretaker. It's a 6.5 hour album. Listen to it because it will literally make you cry.
Robert,
it's about
Malcolm was in the middle of a role, and
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Malcolm,
I was just going to say,
dearest apologies.
All right. Well, here's the thing. I do.
Harper was giggling because I put my hand over my chest. Yeah. Like I'm being very genuine.
No, I was just going to say, if you have Alzheimer's and you're listening to this podcast, feel free to repeat the episode. We got to get those views out.
If you have Alzheimer's, please hit the double back arrow button now.
We're just gaslighting people with Alzheimer's so they keep listening to our episodes and boost engagement.
Welcome back to the Seinfuck podcast.
Yeah, welcome back to Seinfuck, episode 1. We're just 3 rascals having a good time.
We're happy to meet you.
Podcast. What are you talking about?
I'm Robert.
I'm Malcolm.
And I'm Harper.
And we just like to have fun here. We're all from the Vancouver, British Columbia area.
No, we're all from Bonsall.
Yeah, we've never stepped foot in the Phoenix, Arizona area or San Diego.
That's completely true, Harper. Well said.
Yeah.
You.
Thanks, Malcolm. You're great.
Yeah. I really hope the Arizona Coyotes have a good season this year.
Well, I have bad news for you, Harper. That team sucks, and they're moving to Salt Lake City.
No, that's not true. Don't say that.
Oh, it's true.
That's
and
crazy,
I'll tell you how I know.
That's crazy.
I believe in Alex Morello.
I am a real hockey fan, Harper, not like you, which is why I follow a real team that won't choke in the second round. The Vancouver
we
Canucks.
cannot bring it back to hockey. We spent a good chunk of this first episode. Did you guys hear about that the song that everybody knows debacle?
No, what was it?
So a song, like a lost media song, kind of went viral online on like Instagram and TikTok and Twitter and Blue Sky.
You talking about that pink boombox?
Yes. The lost media that was like, I know this song. I know I've heard this song before. And so it was called, but the actual lyrics that you can hear in the song is everybody knows that. But then so the joke was everyone knows the song. Sasha, put it in here.
You're counting on the ships in the sky, caught up in the world of life. Everyone knows that you got serious monsters. Tell me the truth.
Well, it turned out the song was actually from an 80s porno called The Angels of Passion.
Now, Robert, how many times did you see Angels of Passion?
At least 12.
Oh, I see. I think I remember the Delilah boys being very into physical media of that caliber.
That was my brother.
No.
Was your brother a big, like, going to the woods to find porn guy?
No. He was very much a give my sister $40 so she picks up porno from the gas station kind of guy.
Sick.
Wow.
Excellent.
Was he too scared to download it off the family laptop?
No, he was too young to buy it. He couldn't legally buy it.
Yeah, but Pornhub was in its infancy at those times.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, there was RedTube, and that was kind of
YouPorn.
There was X-Hamster.
XXX
videos.
Hamster.
Everything seemed skeevy and like it would give you a virus.
I don't even remember when I first. Well, I remember when I first saw porn, but I don't remember when I started consuming it.
Speaking of, actually, you know what? Speaking of, you know the very first time I saw porn?
When?
It was because I spent the night at my friend's house and he pulled, because he was banned from the computer, he pulled out a printed image of a dick in an ass. He's like, have you ever seen this before? Hey, rabbit. He was like accosting me as if I had killed some girl on Law and Order. It's like, have you seen this girl before?
Are you in or are you out, Robert?
Robert Delilah, have you seen this before?
He's in a fucking trench coat.
I know what you're like.
Interviewed by Columbo if I've seen porn before. Well, that's very interesting that you haven't seen porn before because I've got this picture right here.
Did you see the fact? Did you see that there's a town in Romania that's got the Columbo statue with the dog?
Yes, I did.
We gotta record an episode there. That's on the bucket list.
I mean, I personally love Columbo. I don't think this podcast is Columbo based.
It's not Columbo based.
We can make Columbo based if you know what I mean.
He just has to say a few choice words.
They bother me. Well, based means two different things, I guess.
Yes,
where we come from.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sasha, please trim the unacceptable part of
accordingly.
Yes, thank you.
Trim those pubes and trim this episode.
Let me try this. No, I can't make any jokes about the Holodomor either, can I?
I don't think Columbo would make jokes about the Holocaust.
No, the Holodomor is a different event. It's a different event.
See what I'm talking about? These rockets in Gaza. What if Columbo investigated the 9/11 terrorist attacks?
I hear that there's a competing
You
protests.
just completely ignore what I said.
No, it's funny. I was just trying to even like. He's just a part of the 9/11 commission. Like, that's
What I don't
Mr.
understand is
Giuliani.
why did the tower explode before the plane hit it?
One
Just yet.
Italian to another. We both know that jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams.
Oh, Giuliani, what's going on?
Tony
this guinea?
Soprano is also on the committee. I think this is just the Italian American committee.
This is just New York.
This is just New York.
Here we all are again.
And here we all are again. I mean, I thought I was going to be able to milk a little bit more from the weird porno song, but that's fine.
I heard that weird porno song while you were talking about it, and I think Lost Media is pretty funny as a concept. But they should have picked a ska song.
in the 1986 porno.
No, there's definitely there's got to be a 1980s song with like a 1980s porno with ska in the background.
You know what drove me crazy for a while is there's this webum that went around for a while, or TikTok, whatever you prefer, of a 3D image of some mozzarella sticks spinning around to the tune of "He's Back" by the Mighty Mighty Bosstones.
That's great.
But I didn't know it was "He's Back" by the Mighty Mighty Bosstones at the time. And whenever I brought it up to anybody, like, have you ever heard this song? I love this song. What is it? People would be like, what the fuck are you talking about? You sound fucking crazy talking about ska and mozzarella sticks spinning. And I was like, no, it's a real video.
Haven't you seen this video before?
They're like, no. And if I did, I wouldn't know because ska's not real music. Anyway, I found it, as you know. It's a great song.
Nice. Good job.
This is our ska-centric episode.
We have many.
We have many.
I guess we have to address the elephant in the room. Listen, Jerry Seinfeld has made a terrible movie, and it's affecting the name of this podcast. It is.
Yeah, this is the reason for the rebrand.
Yeah, we're as we've teased, we're going to have a rebrand soon enough that those details will be announced at a later date. Harper, I don't know if I told you this, but I was down in Los Angeles recently, and I was talking to a stand-up comedian at the Hollywood Improv, and we were just chatting, and then he's like, "Oh, how'd you on like Instagram?" And I go, "All right." So we exchange like the Instagram stuff, and then he just like he's like, "Oh, what's this?" And he like pulls up the Seinfuck podcast, and he goes, "Oh man, you guys need a better name."
I liked it at the time. Now Jerry Seinfeld is he can go fuck himself.
He's also saying that the woke media is canceling all of his movies or something.
He's just completely ignoring that like Always Sunny has been on TV for the last like
the
15
whole
years.
time.
Like, come on, bud.
My favorite is Rob McElhenney because he's on Twitter, like posting like basically clips from the show to like Jerry Seinfeld things, being like, the woke college students are ruining comedy, and being like, we're doing Seinfeld better than you ever did. So like that's you know, like this is a Clarence Thomas reference.
I dressed up at the hearing. Clarence, you just did a Clarence Thomas reference. I'm proud of you, Harper. I'm proud of you.
That's progress.
Unlike Clarence Thomas.
No, but yeah, that was a humbling experience at the Hollywood Improv because I had before this I'd watched this guy.
Humbling.
Yeah,
why is it humbling?
Well, because he goes, "Fuck, man, that's a bad podcast name." I had just met the guy.
I hate to break it to you, but he's doing stand up at the Hollywood Improv. You know.
Well, he had Tim Dillon on his show.
Who?
So and good. Jeff Ross.
Well, okay, Jeff Ross. That's good. I appreciate Jeff Ross. Oh, we got to cut that one.
That's true.
Yeah, that's
literally true.
I mean, just fairly recently, there's this woman on Blue Sky. She's probably very sweet, but she was talking about like court activism. And I'm just like, laws in America are kind of like made up. All this is like
laws everywhere are made up.
Yeah,
exactly.
every law
is a
made
very
up.
loose rule. But her main point was like, they can't do that. It's illegal. Is kind of what their point like kind of caught down to. And then she's just like, and I said something not necessarily mean, but then she got really offended. And they're just like, oh, now you can go brag to all your friends that you got blocked by me.
That's class. I think that all laws are pretty made up and dumb. If you really wanted to boil everything down to like eye for an eye, no one would do anything wrong because then you could try to get their eye.
Fuck yeah. So dumb. Hold on, I gotta look at the news.
Oh, you're looking at the news.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I was down in LA as I was alluding to earlier. You know who I met? I met a small celebrity,
A very small celebrity. If we're talking,
stature.
thematically.
What, Gary Coleman was walking around?
No, unfortunately,
He's
his ghost.
dead
His
since
ghost.
like 2009.
Gary Coleman's dead?
Yeah, he's been
No.
dead. He's been dead for years.
Gary Coleman?
Gary
Yeah.
Coleman has been dead since like 2009.
Dude, I wanted to do the postal thing with him where I go over and just like, excuse me, can you sign my petition? And see if he actually fucking does it. You know?
He died in 2010
From what?
from being who he was. I think it was from a fall, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was from a fall.
Yeah, he developed what's it called? Ironically, he developed vertigo.
Epidural hematoma.
Oh, okay. That's not
But he
falling at all.
developed developed vertigo, and then he died of hematoma. Or at least I think that's what his girlfriend said, because his girlfriend was like in the house when it happened, and she probably killed him. Anyway, what were you saying?
Yeah, well, you want that sweet Gary Coleman cash.
I was going to ask you if he
that
fell off a kitchen
surreal
counter or
life on
something.
VH1 cash. I was just going to say, I ended up meeting, we talked about it on the podcast previously. So when I was in LA, I was invited to go to a warehouse in the warehouse district of LA to a recreation of the Willy Wonka factory experience that happened in Glasgow. This time it was run by some of LA's worst alt comics. And,
oh no.
but they managed to bring in the woman who was the like original Oompa Loompa in the Glasgow production.
In the viral video of her just looking really sad.
I gotta be honest, she was fucking great. She was awesome.
I'm sure she was.
Coolest woman you could have imagined, like in terms of taking that experience and just riding it out and like
making a small career out of it until something else comes along. Yeah.
Well, no, like she's literally took that viral moment and she's now getting like her US green card so she can do like stuff in Hollywood. That's why she was in LA. She was getting her visa sorted out.
We need to stop this. We need to stop
she's
this
an
right
Oompa
now.
Loompa,
No.
so it's like a green
Yeah, she was.
Hold on.
She was
Everybody
dressed
just
in the
hold
original
on a
costume.
goddamn second, okay?
What are we holding?
Let's
on?
stop pretending that this was anything more than a momentary giggle. This whole Glasgow experience thing. This has been blown way out of proportion at this point.
It was fun.
Where bums in LA are recreating this as a gag spoof and flying out. They've flown out one of the people from a scuffed production of an AI written. What are we doing in LA? I get that there's not a lot going on.
When was the last time you went to LA and you don't already realize that they are scraping the bottom of the barrel? They are whittling the bottom
This is
of the
no
barrel.
longer scraping the bottom of the barrel. This is lame.
Yeah.
They're going into the concrete below the barrel.
This is lame as fuck.
That's why they had to go to Glasgow to get some real talent. I found out when I was there that she's like also a fire performer. Like she does all like the fire spinning and stuff. Yeah, so she was originally thought when she got contacted to do the job that she was supposed to do some fire stuff, which is, by the way, insane when they're like, hey, we want you for a Willy Wonka thing. Oh, good. I'll bring out the fire.
I'll bring my fire starter kit. Yeah.
And then they were like, she quickly realized that she like was just hired because she was short. But yeah, no. So I have some videos from the experience. It was crazy. There was like one alt comic who literally just kind of screamed on the stage for an hour, like not an hour, but it felt like an hour. It was maybe 10 minutes.
Who played the unknown?
Some other person. I don't know. They were the unknown, and it was played by an unknown.
They were an unknown comic.
This is ridiculous. They didn't even wait for it to be like, oh, I remember that.
They didn't even wait for it to be turned into like a parody.
The body's still warm.
Well, that's the thing. I think they're going to, there'll probably be some sort of shitty Hulu documentary about this in the next year.
What they're going to do is that they're going to make a comedy horror spoof about the entire experience.
Yes, because they've been making, so I don't know if you also saw this as a sidebar, but they've announced that they're doing, because Steamboat Willie is now in the public domain. The makers
like it
of
was
that,
Winnie the Pooh. Yeah.
the makers of that horrible Winnie the Pooh slasher movie are now doing like a Jason versus Freddy, but it's Steamboat Willie versus Winnie the Pooh slasher edition.
I want to kill myself.
A movie that no one asked for. No one asked for this. I want to emphasize
But then
that.
you still have like, what about Pete the cat? Isn't he
What
also public
about
domain
him?
now?
Oh, who gives a shit about Pete the fucking cat?
You're gonna have like a Freddy versus. Oh, fuck it. I won't.
No,
read
who's
further.
actually,
I'm
in fairness-
putting too much logic into this. I'm sorry.
Who's Pete the cat?
He's the one. He's the one-legged.
He's the guy that made Steamboat Willie peel potatoes.
He's the guy who was in Steamboat Willie, the antagonist in Steamboat Willie. He's the big cat, fat motherfucker with one leg.
Did you ever see Steamboat Willie, Malcolm? For all the bullshit you've written about Steamboat Willie, you're going to ask us who Pete the cat is?
Yeah, I want to clarify for the audience.
No, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
The audience.
You've never seen it. You've never seen
the
Steamboat
audience of
Willie.
you, me, and Irene.
That's a great.
That's a
movie.
terrible reference, and
I
you
don't
should be called
fucking
out
give
for
a
that.
shit. You're the one who doesn't know
I
who
wanted
Pete
to,
the cat is.
I was clarifying for the audience.
I wanted to. Have you guys ever seen Megas XLR?
No, because we haven't addressed the fact that I also found out at the Willy Wonka thing. First of all, they were also handing out THC infused cotton candy, and
That's
that was fun.
That's fun.
I didn't know until I had some of the cotton candy, and then
So you had an allergic reaction. You had to be rushed to the hospital.
Yeah, definitely.
I kind of
started having heart
I did lose my
palpitations.
voice. Yeah, I was just having a panic attack.
Great. Well, it seems irresponsible, and that you could have perhaps pursued legal action against the vendors.
That would actually be kind of funny because a bunch of parents are suing Scotland.
Well, speaking of legal action, this is actually the thing I wanted to talk about too. So when they apparently were announcing the event, the producers just said that it was an event being produced by Nathan Fielder. Like Nathan Fielder was
Nathan for you, Nathan.
going to film this. Like Nathan for you, the curse, the rehearsal. And when we got there, we go and we just see there's this giant blown up, basically like legal document on the wall. And then like when I went up closer to it, I have a photo of it. It was a cease and desist letter from
Nathan Fielder.
Yeah, Nathan Fielder's law firm basically being like, Nathan Fielder has no association to this project. You must not use his name, which for me, I was surprised to even see that. Because Nathan Fielder, I think very much like a Bo Burnham, is one of those guys who says he's not on the internet. Like he tries to play off that he's like kind of off the internet, but you also know that he's hyper on the internet. Like he's hyper. That guy has Google alerts on his, his phone about his name popping up.
No
and,
offense to Bo Burnham. I quite like you as a creator, but you are constantly on like fucking sock puppet accounts, knowing what everyone says.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Something urgent's just come to my attention, Robert. In this photo, Malcolm, that you've posted of you in the Glasgow, Scotland Oompa Loompa.
Oh, yeah, the Oompa Loompa.
You are severely hover-handing this woman.
Yes.
Oh, Malcolm, you got the hover hand?
No,
Look.
I'm hover handing her.
That's what I'm saying. You did the hover hand. You got the
hover-handed
hover
her.
hand.
It
What
looks
the
like
hell,
she's
man?
making contact with you is the worst part. That is your... She's a minor celebrity.
People online are going to do those red and green lines thing, and they're going to find too much about your subconscious.
No, I just don't like. It's one of those things that I've like started doing where I just don't like. I just don't want to do the touching.
Well, he was with a girl, so he had to be extra careful.
You squat down, you make a peace sign, and no one's just like, "Oh, well, he's hover handing." They're just like, "Whoa, I didn't know he was chill like that." You know,
I didn't know he was fucking blazing it.
And you don't have to touch anybody.
We can share the photo on the Instagram if anyone wants to see it, so they can do the red and green lines if they want.
Sasha,
also
post
I
to
will
the
be doing
Instagram,
that.
but do the red and green lines yourself.
ASAP.
You bitch.
ASAP.
To Robert, not to Sasha.
Yes.
So you were saying though, a Nathan Fielder cease and desists.
Yeah, so he had the cease and desist. I thought that was funny that they like just took the cease and desist letter and just like, first of all, they didn't like pull his name. Like they're still using his name by throwing the letter up. Like, and I just love that they also had it so that it was a photo booth, so you could like take a photo in front of the letter.
This sounds like a Nathan for you bit. Are they
It
filming a new
does
season?
sound a little.
And I think that's what they were trying to go for on a Wade, and that's why they used his name and likeness when they clearly didn't have his name
They
and likeness.
didn't have the right to use that. Okay.
That's really
Yeah.
funny.
There was a fun DJ who was on the show who just had this fun like Bilbo Baggins song that just went on for...
Bilbo Baggins, bravest little hobbit of them all.
No, but it was like a trap version of that.
Oh, that's fun, actually.
It
By
was
the way,
fun.
Leonard Nimoy sung that original song.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
The more you know.
Little weird. Sasha put like 2 seconds of that song. 'Cause it's fucking trippy.
So, Harper's so disinterested in this.
It
It's great.
sucks. It really sucks. I'm not gonna lie to you. It fucking blows.
What is your opinion on the Lord of the Rings?
My opinion on Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I really like Lord of the Rings. I think that it's a great hero's journey, and I think that the representation of commonality between people is really strong, and in characters like Frodo and Sam, and I really like The Hobbit too. I think Tolkien was a genius, and that he was touched by God, and that's why he was permitted to create a masterpiece like Lord of the Rings.
Are Frodo and Sam gay?
I think that a lot of people currently would assume that about them because everything has an added sexual connotation past the year 2000. And that's mostly a manipulation of media in order to
my
engage.
fucking God, shut
with-
the fuck
No,
up.
it's true. Mostly a manipulation of media companies in order to farm engagement and like create scandal where there isn't any. They've conditioned you into assuming sexuality is like permeating every facet of reality for some reason. And because of that, you can't see a good friend being a good friend to someone else without thinking they fuck each other in the butt.
I was reading a biography on J.R.R. Tolkien, and then there was an early draft of The Return of the King, where at the very end, he's wrapping up a lot of loose threads at the very end of the story. And one of the things that eventually got cut, because when he gave it out to his friends, was like, yeah, I think you should cut this. It was a part where Sam Wise's daughter is just like, just after Frodo lives, like, wow, your treasure left you. And it was just like, oh no. It's fine. You know what? He's fine. He's an Englishman from the 40s. He knew.
They call each other darling over there, man to man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, I don't think that they're gay. I think they were very, very good friends and English.
And
Yeah.
they were roommates.
And they were roommates.
What a throwback.
Oh, before we get into the user question, have you guys heard of this bears versus guys thing?
Yeah, this is a sticky thing.
Yeah, what is this? And where do you
Okay.
fall on this thing? Because we all know that
If you fall in any other way but being okay with women choosing bears, you're a weird incel. But the whole point is that
that wasn't what I thought you were going to go with.
is a question that women were posed.
You are so eager to prove that you're virtuous to people.
Would you
Holy moly.
rather spend an hour in the woods with a random guy or a random bear? And men online are getting upset because women are choosing bear. Where do you fall on it,
I mean, yeah, I'd choose the bear. It's a great TV show.
Harper? Why are you getting so much of a kick out of that?
That's the right answer.
Me personally, having to choose between
No one
a
asked.
bear and a man, I just say a man because I don't have to fight a bear. I feel like I could win against another man. Sasha, don't make that goddamn joke again. Shut the fuck up about that.
Sasha, insert your commentary on that, please. Thank you.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Insert 30 seconds of a black
Don't you
bear
fucking
roaring.
dare. Don't you fucking dare.
So I think this question is rooted, in the basis of psychology. It's very interesting, very deep question. Why do women trust bears more than people? I was actually thinking about this earlier today, Robert.
Yeah.
My girlfriend would absolutely choose bear because she lives in an area where bears harass her surroundings constantly, and she knows how to deal with bears. She shakes a can of quarters at them. And that got me thinking, if I had a can of quarters, why wouldn't I choose the bear too?
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
It just seems like the logical response because you can't scare a person with quarters as easily as a bear.
No, I mean, it depends on the kind of bear, right? Like I don't.
Oh yeah, no, that is.
I wouldn't
also
want.
true.
You can't be around a polar bear. Polar bears will fuck you up.
I don't think you
The
can scare
can of
polar bears
nickels
with
does not
quarters.
work on polar bears and or grizzly bears.
Polar bears. I think polar bears are the only like bear in the world that are truly like aggressive to humans, where they're like their instinct is got to kill you. Like they don't. Some
Yeah,
grizzly
they live
bears
in a
will
fucking
like
wasteland. Anything they can kill, they will kill.
Like I think grizzly bears, you got like there's a chance, like I'd say like a 25% chance that a grizzly bear will just kind of fuck off. They'll just see you and then go and then walk away.
There's at least 30%.
I mean, the one I would love is here's the thing. I had an idea when I was a kid where I was like, man, you know what would make a lot of money is if I could find a way to make like bears stop growing so they're only little like baby cubs and then make that like a new pet. Like I have a little like baby.
So the beginning of Jurassic Park, but instead of bears, it's an elephant, or instead of a small elephant, it's a bear.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's like everyone have a little like because like that's always the cutest stage of a bear, right? It's like when it's like tumbling around and you're like
Just
you want a little
the cubs, yeah.
like everyone would love a little a little panda bear just kind of rolling around, right? You've seen those videos of panda bears just like rolling on a slide. Like that's just,
or black bear baby cubs just like clutching people's legs and holding on.
Yeah, that's like what I want. And I think that would be a great idea if I was a geneticist.
What are you saying, Harper?
I would like to deliver a diatribe for a moment,
please,
concerning this question. These questions, while momentarily intriguing, are ultimately created for the purpose of sowing dissatisfaction between just random groups. Things like, are white people permitted to comment on the culture of the Drake versus Kendrick beef? Would you rather sit in a room with a bear or a man?
It's a forest. Yeah.
If I don't wear deodorant to work, do I smell? All of these things are meant to divide us and take our eyes off the prize, which is this. We are living in the world's worst cyberpunk dystopia, and we are constantly being taken advantage of by corporations and politicians who are in an incestuous relationship with each other. We have no escape from our present dilemma because we are constantly being cowed by these horrible social engineering questions about race baiting engagement concerning genders and all
which
the
if
other.
the dress is blue or gold.
Exactly. Who cares?
I mean, that's
all of this is to say, why can't we all come together and get those rich people and take their money? That's all.
Yep. Kill the rich, keep their bones.
Why can't we all just come together?
Come together right now
and find where Elon
bones
Musk
are
lives.
money.
Where bones are money.
And why can't we? You guys ever notice that Teslas catch fire a lot? Like they explode a lot?
Okay, use a submission. Use a submission.
Yeah, what Reddit post are you reading right now?
I'm not. I was literally
What
driving
Reddit post
home.
are you ripping this
He's
off?
on
I'm not.
r/DMT right now.
I live
We
in
gotta be
Phoenix. I live in Phoenix.
He lives in Phoenix.
And Teslas explode a lot in Phoenix because it's hot here.
They can't handle environments that are too cold or too hot.
The
They
trucks
like
look
it
awful.
just right.
That's right. They're the Goldilocks of cars.
What's the Cybertruck's problem? It just like bricks itself, right?
It bricks itself, but also there's like no compaction in the vehicle at all. So it's just a steel brick hitting things, and it like will break your legs just with the lightest tap.
Yeah, it has no absorption.
I've been watching the Megas XLR and I just had the funniest fucking idea. It's just
yeah.
fucking Megas XLR, but it's got a Cybertruck instead of Coop's fucking souped up V8 on it. It's just a
And
giant
it
robot.
breaks immediately.
Yeah, it's being piloted by the Tesla truck, so it's always fucking like running out of battery and shit. And they're just like, Elon, the Glorfs are here, and we have to save Earth. And he's just like, hold on, I can't get in.
I gotta charge it for 35 minutes now.
Look, we're all trying to beat the Glorf, okay? And I recognize that there's problems with it. I recognize that there's problems with Megas, and I'm trying to get into Megas so I can beat the Glorf. But it's a problem right now that the handlebars aren't ejecting from the door mold, so I can get into Megas and beat the Glorf. And
Hold
we're
on,
working
I'm
on
trying to
patching that right
impress
now.
my wife on Twitter.
Why did Grimes leave me, Kiva?
Well, okay, user submission. Let's get
User
into
submission.
it. You ready?
Sounds great,
You ready?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so, oh God, We might have to play this. Okay, so they're
You're the one who picked this, by the way.
No, I didn't realize that they also had an audio submission on this one, and I've got to listen to it in the second half. Okay, so this is a user who'd like to be known as Dumb with a single syllable name.
All right.
Great start.
Blink or like bleep the R word.
Bleep the R word. Their song suggestion is Going Blind by Kiss. And their question is, at what point does bread become toast? XDD. And hold on. And here is the new intro song that they're having to play. Hold on.
I hope to God that this isn't, first of all, copyright.
That is just the NFL theme song.
Pick a different fucking question, you fraud.
No. At what point does bread become toast? While you're discussing that, I'll pick a new user submission.
Okay, yeah, no kidding. Okay, so
great.
Because that is hilarious.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
But that's a sequence.
To quote the great Super Mario. Right?
When does bread become toast? When you put it in the fucking toaster, bitch.
Toasters. Toast.
So this is the real user submission.
I feel weird saying that, but
this is someone who would like to be known as Rodney Dangerfield. Their song suggestion is in Russian.
Right.
It's by Kino, though. So.
Hi, Rodney. Oh, is that Pashka cigarette?
Maybe. It might be Pashka cigarette. Okay, so what is your opinion on a relation with a girl from OnlyFans? She has me on Snapchat and the Telegram app. I have had a video chat with her, and she has told me where she lives. She has told me her aspirations. I have her mother's email. Is it legit, or should I call it quits?
Can you repeat that?
Wait,
okay,
what?
I'll read it again. What is your opinion on a relation with a girl from OnlyFans? She has me on Snapchat and the Telegram app. I have had a video chat with her, and she has told me where she lives. She has told me her aspirations. I have her mother's email. Is it legit, or should I call it quits? That is so specific.
this is
I'm be honest, this does sound like a pig slaughtering scheme.
Well, Rodney, you video chatted with an attractive young woman from OnlyFans, presumably. You have her Telegram, her Kick, and if she's not a terrorist, she's probably just Russian. And I think you should go for it. If that's her mom's email, I think you should go for it.
Or it could just be a woman or somebody pretending to be her mom through her mom's email.
I feel like this is one of those things where we need more information.
A little bit, yeah. How do you have her mom's email?
Why?
Why do you
have your?
Well, here's the thing. We're talking about a guy or someone who wants to be called Rodney Dangerfield. Here's the thing. This man's got no respect. This guy's
he's got no respect.
I got no respect.
He's got no respect.
OnlyFans women.
I got no respect.
Yeah,
my wife's wife.
You know,
my wife started an OnlyFans. The thing is, I can't afford $5 a month.
My wife started an OnlyFans. Well, nothing's changed. I don't get to have sex with her. Only her fans do.
That was better than mine.
Oh,
Good job.
Yeah,
my wife, she charges $5 a month for pictures of her butthole. I have to usually go to work for 7 days a week.
God.
I could just hear you do that impression, but just telling OnlyFans jokes all day.
Yeah, I probably could. I mean, eventually it'd run dry, but I think you'd have a decent run.
I'm on my wife's $100 Patreon tier, and she still won't even look at me at dinner.
I ain't got no respect.
No respect.
My wife uses one of those people hired to chat with me.
My wife uses an AI to ask me to go get her groceries.
Okay. Okay. So
I can't even do.
Rodney Dangerfield, we need you to write back in and tell us her aspirations. I'm kind of curious.
She wants to get married. This is what he's telling you.
Yeah.
But he didn't say that. He says, like,
listen.
Is this legit or should I call it quits?
I want you to use context clues here, Robert. A man has suggested you a Russian song, said that he has a Telegram account. And
true.
He's in an online relationship with someone who has just sent them their mother's email.
Real talk.
Not the father's.
I'm not a big fan of long distance relationships. And if that's a deal breaker for you, if you think that could possibly be a deal breaker for you, I'd say probably think about this a little harder.
I think there's a couple of things. One, you got to get comfortable with potentially being a part of the content, right? You got to.
That's true.
Yeah, I think
if you're so lucky,
if you're if you're blessed, if this is all legit, I assume it will be. The truth is, apparently, most OnlyFans models, they usually only have one partner, and that's the partner they use in their videos.
Knock on wood.
Knock on my wood. I ain't got no respect. My wife.
It's not Rodney Dangerfield. That's Borat.
There's one common denominator.
I had a joke. I had a joke in mind, and I can't even say it because I can't. I just don't have the voice. I can't.
You just don't have a Rodney Dangerfield. Yeah. Come on, do your best.
I no respect. My wife is not even worth the ghost.
No, my wife.
Come on, man. That's too far going Leghorn. Come on.
I can't.
All
my impressions turn into
just do joke and just do
Harper. You do one more, and then I'll try to think about.
Okay, give me a sec. I could probably. My wife. I get no respect, I tell you. I'm out on the front porch and I'm having a very public disagreement with my wife about her OnlyFans account. And she says that, well, I could just go get what you give me somewhere else. And I say, why? Fine. Why don't you go on and do that? Why don't you go show your butthole to someone else, you whore?
That's not a joke.
I get no respect.
It's just a normal argument.
I get no respect.
My wife, she fuck.
Come on, Malcolm. Don't laugh. Don't giggle. Come on.
My wife.
Want me to try a real one this time? All right, hold on.
Do the lingerie one.
What's the lingerie one?
My wife just got new lingerie. That's how it starts. It's something like I haven't seen her in it yet, but everyone else has.
My wife one day is going. I opened the door and she's wearing a full see-through negligee. Problem is, she was coming home.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. My wife, she took up smoking again. She said that we'll only smoke after we have sex. Problem is, I'm still on the same pack and she's on her fourth.
She's going 2 packs a day.
Something like that.
Okay, come on, Malcolm. I believe in you.
Malcolm. Just do a Foghorn Leghorn impression, dude. No one's going to give a shit.
Just do your best. Don't giggle through it, though. That's it.
Don't fucking laugh, Malcolm.
I'm trying not to laugh. All right, I'm going to look into the camera. My wife, she... You guys, you're
very intensely staring at Malcolm.
Fuck! This is why you can't do impressions. I'm fucked. They say my wife's hanging out with. Shit, I don't even remember what I was going to say.
Don't laugh.
Yeah. My wife, she's been hanging out with a Bella Danger while I've been working all day in a job that's causing me danger. What's happened? Why don't I got no respect?
That's pretty good.
That's a good one. That's can be considered a joke in some municipalities.
Fuck you. I lost. I told you I forgot it.
You didn't laugh through that, but you lost it at the end. It's good job.
Robert, imagine that you met OJ Simpson for the first time and he's not dead. Imagine 2 years ago. And you met OJ Simpson for the first time.
He's not dead.
Imagine you met OJ Simpson and he's talking with you and you have a real conversation. You're like, maybe this OJ guy, he's not so bad. And he just looks at you and just goes, my wife, like that.
It would be like that. He would just be like, no one will believe you.
Do you laugh? Could you even laugh?
I wouldn't help myself. I couldn't. I would giggle so hard.
What if he pointed and he was just like, you think I did it?
I'd probably agree with him.
My wife. He keeps doing it though,
Yeah. You did it. He's
telling you he did it. He's just like, my wife.
He's just doing it, but he's admitting he did it, but he's doing it
My wife, I killed her.
I got the knife.
I got the knife and I killed her.
Broke into the back door.
I put on the gloves.
I put on the glove.
I killed my wife.
I killed my wife. And I killed Ron Goldman too.
And Ron Goldman was there. I killed
was-
well.
He had to go. He had to go.
He had to kill. He had to die.
He had to
killed my
die.
wife.
He had to die. He said that toast bread is toast, even if it's not
I
toasted.
can see you just got your hands in your pockets, Robert. You're laughing like, yeah, that's a pretty good impression.
That's a great impression, Mr. Simpson. That's pretty funny.
That's really funny, Mr. Simpson.
Mr. Simpson, are you really saying that out loud to me? Just a humble little boy named Robert Delilah?
Oh, gee, Mr. Simpson, I'm glad that you feel safe enough to do your impression.
I don't. Listen, I understand, Mr. Simpson, that you don't respect safe spaces at university, but thanks for making me feel like I'm your safe space.
I think I would just be glad that I was in public instead of like.
Physically, Robert Delilah, I feel very good today.
I know in the court I pretended that I was very physically debilitated, but it was all a lie.
It was because of my wife.
So I could get away with the murder of my wife.
My wife.
Robert, I wish you were my roommate instead of that Cato motherfucker back in the
Scotland Yard.
Robert, if they would let me, I'd let you be in the next Lethal Weapon movie with me.
How do you feel about being a naked gun for?
Can you make funny noises?
This is my most hated thing I think we've ever done.
No, this was good.
No, this is a good thing.
Put the NFL theme here.
My wife. That's the name of the episode.
Sure, why not?
Oh yeah, Rodney. Do whatever you want, man. I think you're fine. Just if you have her
Break up
mother's
with her.
email, I'd say go for it. If you get her,
Don't
you
go
give
for
her.
it.
Just don't give her money.
Here's the
Fucking
thing. Yeah,
whore.
don't give her money and, like
Don't give her or her mother any money.
Yeah. And, I have a question for you, Rodney. When does bread become toast?